like I'm meant to strike. Flat earth beneath my feet, knowing I'm here to meet. Ocean's edge, it calls my name. Purpose in this life's game. Horizons line so clear, God's love brings me near. Flat earth made by him, my journey long yet thin. Purpose found in every day, guided by his gentle sway. Mountains tall, they stand in place, yet no curve in this earthly space. Every step holds a meaning pure, with his guide.
Yo, blokes, what's up? Good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. We are joined by Roger and PJ Vagerbroek. What?
Vagerbroek.
Vagerbroek. Ryan was in. I don't know where he is now, but it's good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well.
Oh, good.
Well.
Good.
Thank you.
I caught him some sleep. So, yeah, I was going to go on this afternoon. Monday's my day off. But because I didn't finish yesterday afternoon's one, I did the debate. Like, did Jesus fulfill the prophecy? And the debate, it was debate from MDD the night before. But we'd done the first half, and it was only meant to be a watch party, but it ended up being a review. And both the Christian guy and the atheist guy, they really didn't seem to know what they were talking about. I mean, the Christian guy was saying, well, he knew what he was talking about. He was quite clever, but when it came to scripture, it was a bit weird. The Christian guy was like, he was equating philosophy to prophecy. He was saying, like, philosophy is the same as prophecy. I'm like, what? No, it's not. No, it's not. But they weren't getting to the point, so I decided to scrap it. So tomorrow we've got a different topic completely.
Also, I just want to shout out to Joyce B. Thank you very, very much for your PayPal support. I did get it. Unfortunately, I couldn't reply back to you because I couldn't log into my PayPal on my phone. But I just want to say thank you very much, Joyce, for the support on PayPal. You are awesome. You rock.
And thank you again, Joyce, for donating to my cousin's funeral GoFundMe. Thank you very much, Joyce. You're darling.
Is everything going okay with the funeral thing now?
Yeah, as far as I know, it's just my cousin, his daughter, my second cousin, obviously. She is so far, yes, everything's good so far. They still haven't got what they need, but so far it's going ahead. It's going ahead with the funeral they want. So far, so good.
That's good. So, guys, Scamarctica.
Well, yeah, I watched that, man. That was a nice little Spacebusters episode.
Yeah, Spacebusters.
I still haven't seen the whole lot because when I first started watching it, I put it down because to me it sounded like he was saying there is a 24-hour sun. I love Jaren. There is a 24-hour sun. Jaren's wrong now about the shape of the earth, but Jaren's cool. I've always loved him. And there's a 24-hour sun. And I'm cool with that. But someone told me later on he doesn't agree with the 24-hour sun. I don't know, but the way I seen it, it looked like he was. So I didn't watch it. I watched
not so much.
I watched the first one, which was like over 2 hours long. It's worth it because it gives all the times and all the data for the sun in Antarctica at the different stations.
Right.
This one I haven't watched yet, and I thought, okay, well, it's about the Gleason's map and impossible west to east sun.
Oh, is this a newer one? This is newer.
Yeah, this is the latest one he brought out. And
okay.
It's only 5 hours old, dude. Yeah.
Oh well, no, I haven't seen this one then. No, not a clue.
But guys, do go subscribe to Spacebusters. I did put his link in the description. And Matt Prince is in. What's up, Matt?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, how are you, bro?
Hey,
good to see you.
Good to see you, bro.
Glad you could make it. So we've got 50 votes so far. Scamarctica is a good name for TFE failed excrement. Yes, 78%. No, 22%.
Yeah. No, PJ, he's not pro 24-hour sun.
Good.
He's pulling it apart.
It was when I first seen the first video. Like I got 10 minutes into it, and I just got sick of like, yeah, Jaren's cool. I know he's wrong and all that, and he's cool and all that, and I love him and he's brilliant. I got sick of that, and then the way I seen it, it's as though he was okay with the 24-hour sun. I didn't give it enough time.
No, he said it's possible to explain
the
24-hour sun on a flat Earth,
which it is.
It is possible. the thing he's showing is that actually it debunks the globe if they're claiming the times and data that the globe is giving for all the stations in Antarctica, and it fits the flat Earth.
Right.
It's actually damning against it. This is exactly why I say, let's just say we accept the 24-hour sun that they present to us, even though it's been really, really deceptive, and we don't believe it. But let's just say we accept it. It literally shows a flat Earth. So we can literally say, okay, fine. Let's just say you saw the 24-hour sun. Great, good on you. Thanks for once again proving the flat Earth, because you just proved it was a local stationary plane. The sun is local at a stationary plane. As simple as that. But we don't need to get to that right now because they didn't present to us evidence for a globe.
No,
I still haven't seen evidence for actual 24-hour sun. Sorry, but that's just how it is.
They've got alleged evidence, but we can see it's all bloody fake. That's for sure.
Yeah, the thing he's showing is that there's not quite a 24-hour sun in half of the places. It's like you're not going to get a full 24-hour sun. And even in Union Glacier, they may get probably 14 to 15 hours, and that's it.
Like I said, even as far north as where I'm from, in the Broch, northeast Scotland, we sometimes get, like, it can get light in the midsummer. It can get light at 3:30 in the morning, and then it's not dark again till 11, 11:30 at night. So you're nearly getting 24 hours, but no, you're definitely not getting 24 hours at all. And even then, when it's still light, it's later on at that time. The sun is down. It's just dark. It's just light. The sun is down. It's just still light.
Let me ask you this, PJ. Do you see the stars during the twilight?
During what, sorry?
Twilight.
During twilight, do you see stars?
What, where I'm from?
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
I do.
I'm just curious. I talked to a guy in Sweden the other day, and he said that it was really weird. He said the stars would actually come out, and it would still be like twilight.
You do see like the brighter ones. Like you don't get a big range of stars like you do if it's really pitch black, and you see. But you do see one twinkle here and there. Yeah, of course. Sorry, that way you do. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't get that here. In the center.
Yeah, I've seen stars in the twilight, definitely. When it's just getting dark or whatever.
We don't see them here though. I've never seen them in twilight in Denver.
Oh yeah, definitely not here either. I mean, I'm southern U.S., so.
But in South Africa, I see stars in the twilight. But like PJ says, you don't see all the stars. It's just the brighter ones, you would say.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started, guys. I did put a Spacebusters link in the description. If you haven't subscribed, do so.
All rights reserved. We reserve all rights. Houston, you're going to want to stick around for the ending finale of this film because you definitely have a major problem now. But first, one last time for those still not getting it, there is Vernadsky Base right there on the sea level. See the water?
Yeah.
There is Rothera Station right there on the sea level. See the water? No altitude difference between them to affect any sunrise or sunset times. It's called sea level because water doesn't magically curve around balls.
That's right.
Like everywhere else on Earth, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west in Antarctica. It's no different for these two bases on the alleged Antarctic Peninsula. The globe model says that is because these two bases are spinning from west to east towards the sun. So the sun would have to rise first at the most easterly base, Vernadsky first, and the most westernly base, Rothera, second that morning. And then later that afternoon, the solar noon, where the sun is closest to each base on the Tropic of Capricorn, would also have to be closest to the most easterly base, Vernadsky, first, and then the most westerly base, Rothera, second. Pretty simple. The flat Earth model says both bases are sitting still and the sun is coming towards them around its tropic latitude rotation from the east to the west, but still has to reach the most easterly base, Vernadsky, first in the morning, then the most westerly base, Rothera, second, just the same as the globe model.
Cool.
Equally later that day, its solar...
Just note he's using the Gleason's map here, which if he ascribes to it, that's up to him. I don't ascribe to it.
Anymore.
Yeah.
See that True Earth Cherry Pop, I just fell in love with him. Says I love his raspy voice.
Yeah, he has got an awesome voice.
He
So
does.
he's one of those talk show radio voices.
Oh, it reminds me of somebody else's
Or
voice.
new.
Too. There's another guy who did flat Earth stuff. I'm trying to remember his name. It's like the Flat Out Truth. Who is that? Do you remember him?
I remember Flat Out Truth. I don't remember.
Yeah, you mean
I'm just trying to think where he narrated though, but yeah.
He's got the same kind of voice.
Terry Eicher. He's more southern though.
Terry, yeah.
Yeah, I
Terry
guess
Eicher's
it's
got
about that
southern
kind
voice.
of, yeah.
Southern accent.
Moon, not the preceding light that lights up the morning, but where the actual white-yellow visual ball of light in the sky, we call the sun, also has to reach Vernadsky to the east first, before it reaches Rothera to the west. Just like the sun or morning dawn cannot rise in Los Angeles or Chicago in the morning before it rises in New York City, and Los Angeles and Chicago cannot and do not have their solar noon before New York City. Pretty simple. And since I've never been to either base, you've never been to either base, and Jaron definitely has never been to either base, we have to just blindly take the word of the software I debunked in the last film.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all on the same page. Here's how to read a latitude and longitude map. On a globe model, any location north of that blue equator line will start getting higher and higher numbers from 0 to 90 and be called north latitude, like here.
Mm-hmm.
Any location south of that blue equator
Maybe
line
south, then.
will start getting higher and higher from 0 to 90.
Just saying what he's saying, it'll go 0 to 90 and it'll be called south latitude. Same as the north, just called south.
Yeah. Quick question, guys. Where is the South Pole here?
Yeah.
Oh, stuffy.
Okay.
Yeah, using the Mercator map.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so hypocritical that they don't want us to present them the Mercator map to say where's the South Pole,
I know.
but they have an issue when we say, well, why are you strawmanning us by using the Gleason's map for the South Pole?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yep.
90, but be called south latitude, like here. Anything east of that red line, called the Greenwich Meridian Line, will go from 0 to higher and will be called east longitude, like here. Anything west of that red line will obviously go from 0 to higher and be called west longitude, like here. On the flat Earth map, anything outside of the red equator circle is south latitude, still going from 0 at the red circle to 90 at the outer edge of the ice wall. Anything inside the red circle is north latitude. Anything on top of the yellow Greenwich Meridian Line is east latitude. Anything on the bottom is west latitude. The Americas are in the west. Asia, Russia, Australia, etc. are in the east. Pretty simple. Again, 30 west,
It's
45.
amazing. It's actually amazing that he has to explain this so dumbed down for the globies to understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you think about it,
Yeah.
this is how it is actually having to explain things to these idiots. They have to make it so rudimentarily simple, and yet they still don't get it.
I don't get that. Me and Ryan watched this earlier. He goes into good details with the basis around it, and he shows how they actually work on the Gleasons.
Gleasons,
It
yeah.
actually works. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw recently the NASA people that the NASA astronauts that came back. They had the one guy stand there, and he was like standing in front of a board with like showing orbits and everything, and the flat Earth was there, showing an orbit around a flat Earth. Why? Why would they do that?
An orbit around the flat Earth.
Gleason's map.
That's
Okay.
the only way
How
they
does
can
that
make
work?
it make sense. That's
Yeah, that's the only way they can make it fit in their latitudes. Yeah.
Flats, are you able to turn Matt up a little bit? Because I can't hear him when he's talking. He's
Oh,
talking.
sorry,
Yeah,
bro.
let me put-
I was actually choking a little bit. When I
Oh, was you?
started to speak. Yeah.
What was
He's
you
having
saying, Matt?
lunch.
What was you
I
saying?
was just saying that that's the only way they can make it make sense is to put it
Right.
over.
Got you. Got you.
5 west, 60 west, etc. That means 64 degrees west longitude is still 4 degrees more east than 68 degrees west longitude, which we're told Vernadsky is 64.15 degrees west longitude, which is 4 degrees east of Rothera's 68.07. And the closer you get to the outer ice wall or alleged South Pole, the south latitude numbers go up from 0 to 90. So Vernadsky's 65.14 south latitude is 2 degrees more north of Rothera's 67.33 south latitude.
What he's trying to say is the one supposed to get sunlight first.
Yes.
That's all he's trying to say.
Yeah. Well, it should have. If the sun's coming in that direction, it's sticking out. Of course, it's going to.
So how do you get the sun going the opposite direction, supposedly in their videos? I don't know. I don't understand that.
The thing that he's just trying to point out is the supposed data given for the globe, sunrise and sunsets and 24-hour suns and stuff, shows it to actually go against what the globe says.
Yeah, well, like even with the times, like when they go to mean Greenwich time, they declinate their degrees in time. They do it as 3 degrees and 4 degrees in that particular area. It can throw you off completely by an hour.
Yeah.
I think they did it on purpose for political reasons. It's not like time moved anywhere. It's just a degree they assign to that particular part of the world. It makes time off from you.
Yeah. And like you said, their excuse is declination.
That's an excuse? All right. That works.
Dude. Remember, they're both on sea level. Remember, the sun always rises and travels from east to west on both models, so no different than New York City to Chicago or Los Angeles. The sun must rise first at Vernadsky in the morning before Rothera to its west, and solar noon must also appear first at Vernadsky before Rothera. And yet, as I pointed out in the film, every single day the impossible is being claimed, that the sun rises in the west in Rothera, marked yellow first, from 55 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes before Vernadsky in the east,
How does that work?
marked purple. But then some...
How does that work?
It really doesn't. And the sun must jump and skip about and like bounce.
It's on the wrong side.
Yeah, must bounce about all over the place.
And that's something I've been thinking about. Mountain elevations of what could be obstructing the sunrise. What, like, were we talking about an actual sunrise, like when you see the sun, or is it when it comes over the horizon?
I think it's when it comes over the horizon, because that's when they place their data. Because he's placed this from what the sites are giving their data for the midnight sun, the rising and the setting and things.
Yeah,
Because
and I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
I would say it's over the horizon. Because I notice when I do my like observations for the sunrises and stuff, it gives a certain time, and it's usually about when the sun goes over the horizon that time matches for that about. So I would say it's
I was
over the horizon.
I was remembering back when Anthony and Nathan did their 2016 when they did the calls around the world. They were off in the south by 1 hour, but the 1 hour could be accounted for by that degree from mean time to the longitude latitude.
And also, I've wondered about that, about like daylight savings time, if it was observed or not. Did they take that into account?
Yeah, that would account for that 1 hour too, wouldn't it?
All I know is, where I am, we don't get daylight savings.
Yeah, they don't do that in Arizona neither, where I used to live in Flagstaff. We kept the same. We never dropped or lowered our times at all.
I wonder if Antarctica actually does daylight savings. Let's see.
There you go.
I mean, yeah.
For the most part, daylight savings time, DST, is not observed in Antarctica.
And there's people who live there as well, aren't there? Obviously around the outskirts and that.
So the majority, 95% of the continent, is located south of the Arctic Circle, and midnight sun phenomenon renders the observation of DST unnecessary. So they don't do daylight savings in Antarctica.
So they gain an hour from everybody else during the season. So that's weird. Yeah, why would?
Yeah, and I wonder if these two different sites like account for that.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
No, it's a strange one.
Yeah, I think they do it on purpose so they can actually claim this to begin with, and that's why if you read it, a lot of manipulation of time.
Yeah, it's definitely speculation, and it's very manipulative if you don't know.
Somehow magically turns around, doubles back, and gets closest to Vernadsky at solar noon, 16 minutes before Rothera, just as it should. If you believe the sun can rise in Los Angeles or Chicago in the west before New York City in the east, I'm sure some scammers have a luxury condo to sell you in the Florida Everglades. And it's not some trivial one-off clerical error. It is consistently claimed happening all year.
Time and date info.info. Quite a big site.
I just don't know how they account
including
for
the month
these
of November.
I don't know how they account for the extra hour. And time and date, they have to cook the books almost, like the sunrise, sunset. He'll show you what I'm saying. Some of them are like completely, like he's saying the solar noon has to double back. The sun has to travel backwards, basically.
Yeah.
What he's saying to match their books. I don't get it.
Or slow down and then catch back up, or one or the other. Yeah.
Is that due to the tilt and wobble of the Earth? Is that what does it? I don't. Where do they lose that hour? It is strange. You'll see what I'm saying. Like it goes back an hour almost to get the solar noon at the
Maybe
time
they said it like that because they saw there was a discrepancy, and they had to change some things. But like they're saying in the chat now, I don't think they realize people are actually going to look into this. They're just going to accept the data for it is.
Yep.
Yeah. So we should call these places up and find out if they actually have these times for a sunrise, sunset, noon. Test it out. See if they're right.
November, when they claim Rothera suddenly starts getting 24-hour sun periods on the 28th, while Vernadsky doesn't. Hit pause and see for yourself. And also in January, when they claim Rothera finally doesn't get a 24-hour sun.
What?
Remember, Vernadsky never claims a 24-hour sun period. Even when we look at Rothera base on timeanddate.com as a cross-reference to dateandtime.info, November 27th, 2024, and all dates in November preceding its alleged 24-hour sun, it has the sunrise at 2:04 a.m., which for starters should not be a half hour later in inaccuracy than dateandtime.info's 1:34 a.m. sunrise. But we have the same...
In fact, there's discrepancies just between the two show that it's just thumbsuck data.
Yeah. It's like they're on the same latitude too. Just north and south, there's the difference of like 100 miles or so. So they should have the same sunrise, sunset.
They're only 193 miles away difference, I think. And
Yeah.
193 million miles is not really going to make the difference they're claiming to have.
Hey, Marcy, the link's at the top if you want to come in and share. You said about putting input in. The link's at the top if you want to come in.
Yeah. Anybody's welcome to come in. The link is there. So, yeah, guys, hit the likes, share the show. Appreciate you all coming in. You rock.
Problem. Rothera is west of Vernadsky, not east. So the sun cannot rise in the west at Rothera 45 minutes before Vernadsky's to its east, or an hour and 17 minutes before, depending on whose data you choose to believe. And yet, they get their solar noontime at 1:20 in the afternoon, the exact same as date and time for Rothera, and 16 minutes after Vernadsky in the east. The sun does not come up in the west first and then double back in the afternoon to be closest to the base in the east first, as it should. Nor does a 16-minute solar noon gap turn into a 45-minute to hour and 15-minute sunrise time difference, as I'll show you why. And the same happens again in January on the 14th, the date both sites at least finally agree Rothera allegedly leaves its alleged 24-hour sun period. TimeAndDate.com alleges a 2:23 a.m. sunrise for Rothera, now only late by 30.
It's quite interesting to see these differences. Hey,
Yeah,
Neil,
it's
what's
weird.
Hey, what's up?
Hey,
How's it going?
Good to see you, man. Oh, it was good to see you.
I think he's having issues. Let's see. There's back again.
Yeah.
Hey, Neil, how you
Hey.
doing today?
Sorry, yeah, I was
Hey.
We're frozen again.
It looks like he's in his car. It could be his signal could be kind of
Yeah.
in and out.
Yeah, it could be the signal. See, it's working now. Now
Maybe
he's struggling.
wait till you're getting a better location.
eventually.
There you go.
Third time's a charm. Yeah.
Nah, it's just not gonna work.
Yeah,
No, it ain't gonna work.
it's the car.
It's just mobile.
Location.
Where are the satellites when you need them?
I know.
Okay, Marcy, that's cool. He says, I will join in the near future. I have a lot to say. I'm with you guys. I called it out from the start. Flats, Unsov, and the panel is the realist. Well done, you guys. Bless you, brother.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Marcy
that.
rocks. Yeah, Marcy's awesome.
Yeah,
And
but
one day we'll be
From
able
date and
to
time
measure
info.
perspective. One day we'll be able to measure perspective.
measure in perspective, yeah. I can measure
2:10
it. It's about-
a.m. sunrise when it was 30 minutes late after November 27th. But again, Rothera is west of Vernadsky, so the sun cannot rise at Rothera at 2:23 a.m. and then 52 minutes later at Vernadsky in the east. Impossible. Once again, TimeAndDate.com lists solar noon for Rothera at 1:41 in the afternoon, identical with dateandtime.info, 15 minutes later than Vernadsky to the east, as it should. And again, the sun does not come up in the west first and then double back in the afternoon to be closest to the base in the east, as it should. Remember, they're both at sea level on the water. So the tards claiming Rothera is magically getting a sunrise an hour and 15 minutes first in the west
Oh, my word.
is because it's sitting atop some Mount Everest altitude, allegedly,
Yeah, it would have
while
to be higher.
Vernadsky is down in some mountain.
Yeah, and like he's saying from the beginning, it's same sea level.
Level, yeah.
So they're sitting at the same elevation.
So therefore impossible.
Yeah, the light wouldn't approach it any quicker. but still it's east of it. I mean, it's west of it, right? So the one in east would get the sun first. And what they're saying in time and date that Roth, whatever it is, gets it first. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It magically travels over here and it goes back over here for their solar noon.
Unless it's got a teleporter, it teleports to one location, then the next. I don't think it works like that.
No. It's magic.
It's magic. It's supernatural. Not magic.
Yeah, but I don't think even supernatural works like that neither.
Well,
We
we
observe this. Yeah,
only
the
God
natural
knows how
observation.
supernatural works. Only God knows how that works.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, even in the natural world, observing the supernatural, what we're watching doesn't work like that. It goes from east to west. That's the way it works.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
yeah.
This valley, and that's ridiculously wrong. No, Steve, the globe Earth's alleged 23-degree winter tilt towards the sun actually makes Rothera closer to the sun in the morning, getting its sunrise 50 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes earlier. Yeah? Then why does it magically flip back every day and make Vernadsky closer to the sun again at solar noon? You can't have your cake and eat it too.
This is exactly what I'm saying. They saw there were discrepancies, so they changed some things and didn't realize people were actually going to look into the data.
Yeah, I just
Well, and
I just emailed timeanddate.org or whatever, the one that was not the dot.
Oh yeah, that net, yeah.
And just asked them why their data was different.
Yeah,
What'd they
it's
say?
quite interesting.
And,
I think a lot of people.
they haven't answered me yet. I just did it.
I think a lot of people are going to bother them actually.
They're going to love us, aren't they?
Nowhere else on Earth at any time of year does this alleged changing tilt angle make the sun rise in the west before the east. Nowhere. And even the ridiculous globe model is only claiming a 23-degree tilt towards the sun in November through January, not the 70 to 90 degrees tilt needed for the sun to even rise at Rothera to the southwest in the morning before Vernadsky. Again, from the film, if the sun is the source of the sunlight that we call sunrise and daytime, and the alleged rotation of the globe from west to east is what's causing both the speed of that sunlight to move across the earth and the visual light in the sky we call the sun to move across the earth from our perspective, then both have to move at the exact same speed of that alleged rotation, since the alleged rotation determines the speed of both, which is the same. The light in the sky from our perspective, called solar noon, cannot take 16 minutes to get east to west from Vernadsky to Rothera due to alleged rotational speed of the Earth, and yet magically have its light rise at Rothera first in the west, let alone an hour and 15 minutes before.
Yeah, you also have to understand that they claim the sun is a very, very far distance, and it's a set distance, so you can't have the things changing. It has to follow a very strict guideline rule of moving. So if it's moving 15 degrees, it has to move 15 degrees. There's no difference somewhere else.
15
There's no
degrees
no
per
way
hour.
physically
Yep,
possible.
exactly.
Is there?
Mhm. Yeah,
Right.
this is impossible. What he's showing here, this observation data that's showing here, is impossible on a globe. Impossible.
Back in the gambling world, when they do this to the books, they call it cooking the books. If they don't fit, you must have quit. You know, it's like.
But I mean,
fit
how do globers look at this information and get to like, yeah, it's a globe.
It's pure indoctrination. It can't be because of logic. It can't be.
It's
It's
not
got to
like
be
most of them-
indoctrination.
I don't think most of them look at this data and now they're going to have a chance to see this data and like, wait a minute, globe, how does it work? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Beforehand. It is a fact that in the months of November through January, the sun is traversing east to west across the Tropic of Capricorn every day, just inside or above the tropic for November, right on the tropic for December, and just inside again for January. Never any further south in latitude. That is why all of those places and countries on that Tropic of Capricorn are having their summer and hottest and longest days of the year. So that sun's light has to reach and rise in the morning at Vernadsky first, since it is allegedly both north and east of Rothera, and only 16 minutes and a minute or two for latitude adjustment before Rothera, just like their alleged solar noon times, not an hour and 15 minutes after Rothera in the morning. That is impossible. While there's no way to even possibly rectify that, the closest you could even come is if the sun started moving along this path instead of the Tropic of Capricorn.
Yep.
That's a different.
Meaning the Earth would have to flip to
Yeah, it'd have to like have its own special orbit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Talking about a working model. I mean,
Oh, Rose FEC said this is complicated. Thanks for sharing.
No
Doesn't-
problem.
Definitely not complicated.
No.
Hey, I just got a new Joyce. Thank you for becoming a Patreon member. Really, really appreciate it. I will be sticking you on the intro tomorrow.
Yay. Welcome
Thank
to the
you,
Joyce.
Joyce.
Hey, Joyce. Bless you, Joyce.
Yeah, Flat, since you got this here, what they're saying is basically the bottom of that ball would have to be pointing almost directly at the sun to get the same results that they're talking about. Like you'd have to turn it all on its side in its orbit, almost. Not 23 degrees, like almost 50 degrees to get that
So it's
kind
a
of
wobbling
effect from
space monkey.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
yeah, wobbling space. Yep.
Neil said, I don't know if you all know, but I was the one who wrote the lyrics for NASA Trance with Alex Michael. Journalism
Nice.
helped me with the one chorus, though. The chorus is the NASA Trance turns a man into a chump or into a lady. So I guess it was a self-fulfilling prophecy for Jaron.
Nice.
Very, very good,
Like
Grizzly.
it. I'm liking it. I'm glad he actually came up with that. I'm glad.
Oh, that's good.
That explains the Sailor Moon reference in New Moon's
Mhm.
video.
Marshy, I'm from Fraserburgh, Scotland, but I live in Coventry. Not far. It's not too far from Nottingham, to be honest. But yeah, Coventry, Midlands. But I'm from Scotland.
He's not embarrassed of it at all.
70 to
I
Why
love
would you
that
be
Sailor
embarrassed to
Moon
Scotland?
reference.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with him. I'm messing with him. I love Scotland.
We might be the losers to a lot of stuff, but we've got a lot of heart.
Oh yeah, the heart of a lion, sir.
But when it comes to battle, we're battlers. That's for sure.
I still want to go visit Schoon.
Nice.
I would love to get into your period just for a week or two, just to go see things. I hear a lot about it, but I never get to see it.
I mean, the worst thing about Scotland is just the weather. You know, but when you're from
No, the worst thing about Scotland is the haggis.
well, it depends on what weather it is. If the weather's good, the haggis is good. If the weather's bad, the haggis is bad. You know, so it's still to do with the weather.
I guess if it's made right, it's fine.
I do agree that it's not a food that
It's
a
an
lot of
acquired
people like,
taste.
but it's actually all right. It's actually all right. I mean, you don't like what goes into it. You don't hear when you hear what goes into it. It sounds awful. When you taste it, it's fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with haggis. It's not.
Yeah, but like I said,
food
it's
that
not
goes
bad
certain
because even here in South Africa, we also eat the weirdest things. So
yeah.
it's not really something that alarms me.
No, it probably happens all over the world. Everybody gets sheep's stomach and stuffs crap into it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's it.
Yummy. Yeah. If I come over, PJ, you're gonna take me fishing, right?
Oh yeah, you go fishing definitely, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I won't ask Stuffy to come with me neither.
Bring some fish with you though, so we can go fishing.
Yeah. EJ will bring the rods, you bring the fish.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So you say that the channels are dried up and there's no more fish there, right?
No, we've got plenty of fish. It's just not as big as your bugger fishes. Your fishes are massive in America. Huge. We do get big fish, obviously, but it just, and obviously where I'm at, it's urban fishing. We've got canals here, so you're not getting huge, massive fish. I mean, you'll get £10 ling. It's £10 ling. That's a sea fish. Sorry. Wow. Pike. You'll get £10 pike.
Pike,
at the most.
We get those over here too.
Yeah. Muskies, pike. Yeah, I know. You get the same pike as us, but they're bigger. They're bigger than ours.
Everything's bigger in Texas, man.
Well, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to go.
90 degrees. And Australia, New Zealand, and the southern tip of Africa would now be at the North Pole, frozen in the dead of winter, instead of having their hot summer months. By the way, some people have rightly suggested that bases' altitude differences might be a factor for these wildly different alleged periods of 24-hour sun days, as well as the wildly off day lengths for these bases in the same latitude. Remember, what happens in latitude stays in latitude. So bases on the exact same alleged latitude ring or very close to each other in latitude must have the exact same or nearly exact same length of alleged 24-hour sun days in a row, starting and stopping on the exact same dates as each other. And even though their sunrise, sunset, and solar noon times must vary from each other, since they aren't right next to each other, their day lengths on the dates they at least agree there is no more alleged 24-hour sun must be exactly or nearly exactly the same as each other. It cannot be any other way on the globe.
Yeah, like I was saying, that because the sun has to move a certain direction and it has to move 15 degrees an hour, they got no leeway around anything. It has to move a very specific way. If it moves different, it means globe gone. It's dead. There's nothing to show for globe. And what this data shows is it's not a spinning space pair testicle.
Yeah, and I think it shows that there's not quite a 24-hour sun in the south because the longitude and latitude have got to be wider. It's passing over a wider latitude. That's all.
And this is why I think Duffy and them faked the sun, because they didn't get the full 24 hours as they planned.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Can I
So
shout out my mom? She's watching the show.
Yeah. So they were forced. They were forced to put this fake sun in the times that the sun wasn't up in the sky.
Yep.
Yeah. Can I say hi to Mom right quick? Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
She's listening to the show. She's going to subscribe to your channel now.
Hi, Roger's mom. Good to see you.
Her name is Joyce, by the way.
Joyce.
Hey,
Another Joyce.
Joyce,
Yeah.
welcome.
You can come in the panel if you want to, Mom. The link's at the top of the page.
I hear she's learning a lot about flat Earth.
Oh yeah, cool. She likes it. She's been listening to me for years on it, so I'll drive her crazy.
Will be interesting to hear if they. No, I don't want to say that. I don't like asking people's age.
My mom's
if they
age?
taught her about flat Earth in school. Because I remember my great grand. She at a stage said, yeah, they didn't really teach the globe, which is interesting because I wasn't a flat earther when I asked that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And it didn't really click with me. Huh?
She actually said that earlier
Yeah,
before you
yeah.
were a flat earther?
Yeah, she said they didn't really look into the globe or anything when they were in school. It wasn't something that was really taught to them. They did geography. They did geography, but they didn't show them a globe.
You know, it was really funny when we were learning navigation and ROTC in high school. We actually used the AE map to work our compasses and navigate. And we would do like little just navigational projects on top of the map and figure out like what degree you would have to travel. But we did it over the AE map.
You didn't use a globe, Matt? You didn't whip out the globe and get the compass out?
We did not use a globe. We used the AE map, and that's what
That's
was
interesting.
one of the biggest things. That was one of the biggest things. Like when I actually, came around to this side, I was like, holy crap, man! Like this is what we did. Like as far as navigation, as far as like military navigation, everything like plane routes, everything was based off of that flat map.
Yep.
And like it that's how fast it clicked with me when I discovered it. When I first started watching like Eric Dubé's videos and stuff like that, I was like, holy crap, man! Why did I not see this before?
Yeah.
Well, it's because they got it on TV.
Look, as much as I don't agree with like Eric
Yeah, and
Dubé,
I don't.
his flat Earth content is good. I got no issues with his flat Earth content.
Yeah, I don't
But,
agree with the guy.
His religious stuff I can't stand.
Yeah,
The philosophy side of
yeah.
the Tao and the Buddhist Chi.
And I'll go ahead and tell you this. As soon as I realized the AE map, that's what drove me straight back to the Bible.
Good.
That's what drove me straight back into religion. I was an atheist before.
Lumpy, you're really obsessed with this at the minute.
I would be scared to be an atheist today.
Oh yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, how much faith do you have to
And nothing.
throw everything at
Yeah,
chance?
well, that's what I realized. That's what I realized. I had faith in nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, Matt, I usually say this a lot to people, like, who has more to lose? The guy that believes there's a God, dies one day and there's nothing, or the guy that believes there's nothing, dies one day and finds out there is a God?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I think they do it to defer hope. That's why they push atheism, because there is no hope in nothing, is there? You don't have anything to look forward to. You go back into nothing. It's just like this.
But that's the sad thing, though. They still place their morals of everything based anyway on Christianity. So it's still baseline Christianity, just without God.
Which is the most important part of this.
Yeah.
And as we see, Rothera on the far left shares identical latitude to Mawson Base and nearly identical latitude to Molodesnaya, Casey Base, and Mirny Base. And as you can see, there is barely zero altitude difference between them other than 100 measly feet, as they are all on the coast and at sea level together. See for yourself, pun intended. Rothera, Mawson, Molodesnaya, Casey, and Mirny up on a 100-foot ice shelf, give or take. So sea level is sea level, aka zero level elevation, aka there's no friggin' altitude difference between them. And since there's also 0 to only 36 miles maximum latitude difference between them all, and what happens in latitude must exactly match everywhere else on that same latitude, there's no friggin' way their alleged dates of 24-hour sun could start November 28th or 29th or 30th at 1. Nobody can even agree. Then November 28th or maybe 30th, but not the 29th at another base with identical latitude. Then November 29th at a base even farther north latitude that can't possibly start a day before two bases further south latitude on November 30th. And then the next...
This it's showing on screen literally shows it can't work.
The southern latitudes during the solstice would actually start earlier, correct?
Unless the globe claims more than one sun.
Oh, they got more than one now. These are their numbers, man. We're not making these up. He's pulling it off the site, right?
Uh-huh.
He didn't fudge. Yeah. Explain it. Well, wait till Matt. You'll get an email with an explanation pretty soon, won't you?
Yeah. I think this. When you look at things like this, and you think to yourself, how do someone look at this with honesty and logic and think globe?
I can't. Like the latitude and the further one. What is it? I can't pronounce that word. The 6.39 south longitude, as opposed to 67 degrees in longitude.
Radesnia.
Yes, they wouldn't get the same times at all for
It's a Russian
the
base.
24 hour
Russian base.
Russian.
Come on,
I should
Cosmo.
learn how to speak.
It's Molosdesnia.
Okay, Tasha.
Yuri works at Moldashnia.
This is a fearless leader somewhere around here.
Da.
Next one start 5 days later on December 5th, and the next one December 7th, or is it 10th? 12 days later than Rothera on the same latitude? And when does this alleged 24-hour sun period end for 5 identical or nearly identical latitude bases? January 3rd, 5th, 7th, 11th, 12th,
So much all over the place.
13th, 14th?
What?
That's a 3-day discrepancy for 2 identical latitude bases, Rothera and Mawson, and an 11-day difference total for bases less than 30 miles latitude difference from those two, all on sea level.
Insane.
And again, their day lengths cannot be off from each other by an hour and a half or 2 hours in worst cases, or even 10 to 15 minutes for Rothera and Mawson on identical latitude and sea level. What happens to one base in latitude must exactly happen to other bases on the same latitude circle. Day lengths, start and stop days of alleged 24-hour sun, all of it. Not this. But here's where this gets really interesting. Let's look at these bases on the Gleason flat Earth map, as there are a lot of people parroting the same orchestrated narrative that the final experiment disproves the Gleason map. I beg to differ. Just to show you how to read this map, the red circle is the equator, and you can see the south latitude rings go out in 15-degree increments, with roughly 7.5 degrees marking each midway between 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, halfway between that being roughly 67 to 67.5 degrees south latitude, where the coast of the ice wall mostly is in this part. That number might look familiar to you. Then here in yellow is the Greenwich Meridian line, so east longitudes start here on the right at 0 and go up and around the top to the left opposite. And west longitudes also start here on the right at the same spot and go down and around the bottom to the left and end the same. And you can read them here on the edge. They're also mapped in 15-degree increments, so 0 is here, 15 degrees east is upward, etc. 15 west is downward and around
Just to say again, I don't ascribe to the E map or the Gleason's map as reality, guys. I think it does have its function of what it's supposed to do. It's a map after all, but is it a model? No, it's not.
It is a sun and moon calculator, though, right?
Yeah.
So basically, the continents aren't exactly where they really are. They've been distorted.
But this is funny, though, because the way he's presenting it is actually showing Duffy brought an argument that he wanted to kill the AE map. Instead, he's showed the globe dead, not the AE map.
Yeah, but the thing is about the AE map, the AE map, it's not a model.
No,
Hello, everyone.
It's just
Yeah.
a map.
Just
Exactly.
quick point, guys. I don't know.
It's somewhere. It's like a. It's like a navigational tool to get you close to where you think you might be.
Mhm.
It's not
I don't know.
100% accurate. It's not anything like that.
I agree.
I wonder if anyone
Visionary.
noticed. Hey, how's it going, guys? it sounds logical when he speaks about it and he shows on the Gleason map, but there is a freaking big but. If the places of the bases would be where he claims they are on the Gleason map, it means they will be very far from each other on Gleason map. I don't know if anyone noticed that. So this one is not consistent for me. It provides good latitude, longitude, and so on. But if you really see the Gleason map, it would mean you would need to fucking travel a lot far. But they are from each other like 30 kilometers or whatever, or 10 kilometers, 10 miles. So this one is not consistent for me in a matter of Gleason map.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Giannis. That
They each go. The time zones are also there. GMT or Greenwich Mean Time plus 1 hour, etc. east and up and around, or GMT minus 1 hour, etc. west or down and around. British-owned Rothera Base claims to be at 67.33 south latitude and 68.07 west longitude, so down on the map.
That's why
Remember,
I agree
that blue
with the-
ring is
That's why I don't really agree with the Gleason map, because it's projection like a globe map. It's not really accurate, so that's why I say we don't really have a flat Earth map. Because if you would really follow the Gleason map, it's freaking unbelievable. Because look, Northera, for example, and other camps, you would really have to travel freaking for a lot of miles to get there. But in reality, they are close to each other. So that's big inconsistency from my perspective.
Yep, I agree. And the thing is, like, he's giving you a general longitude and latitude for it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It works out. They spread out like they actually do in reality. There's a better way to place the continents, I think. And I think there's a Zetetic site that actually redid the Gleasons better than what it is now.
I still think the positions of everything is not what we've been told in reality.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they
that's
definitely
probably as
by
well.
concept
I
and
would
whatnot.
agree with
Correct.
that. Yeah.
I agree with that.
I do think
should make
the positions are a bit off, and that's why they have all the declinations and things to try and account for that offset
I
of
think-
where everything is.
Definitely. I think it's actually impossible to get the exact shape, exact distances, you know what I mean, of everything,
We
on
would
a
have
map.
to-
It's going to be impossible to get everything exact and down to scale.
Yeah, but we would have to
Especially
travel
across water,
ourselves and check it with our own eyes, because I don't trust even these old maps, because they are not really accurate. Nothing is
Well,
accurate. Don't have maps, real maps.
Well, most accurately would be to take the 15 degrees per hour and see where and it would be where the sun is, like over over noon time. You would have to see it at noon,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
you would have to map everything out as that. And I think the Gleason's map is the closest projection of what we could rely upon.
Yeah, well, if you look at like World War II pilots, they use the Gleasons for
The air age
the
map.
navigation.
Their age map is basically the Gleason's map, and for
Uh-huh.
the most part, yeah. But some of the places are a little different, a little placed differently.
I'm not gonna say it's 100% accurate. I would never claim that. No, I just think it's like the most reliable map we can look at.
It's going to be hard to get.
And I would never call it a working model. I would never call it that.
Now, the best way to do this would probably go back and do it ourselves, or have somebody else do it, redo the Gleasons completely, revamp it, and actually go to the places and actually do cartography work and actually map it out.
Yeah, I'd be 100% agree with you on that one. Yeah.
And I don't think the governments want to go through all that. They're happy with what they got.
Yeah, they are. Oh well, they're happy with what they present us with. Is what they are.
Yeah.
Well, it keeps everybody in the dark almost, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It causes a lot of arguments too.
Yeah.
South, that black ring is 75 south. There's 60 west, so they are half longitude marker further between that and 75. right where they are supposed to and claim to be, on the inside of that little island jetting out. So, the Gleason AE map is inaccurate? And here's the first major red flag. Here, they are in UTC minus 4 hours time zone, yet websites claim them to be in UTC minus 3.
Oh, this is the hour you
Because
were
that
talking
fits
about,
better.
Roger?
Yep, that's it.
For
That's
Union
where we lose
Glacier.
it.
That's what Lar meant about. Yeah, I get it now.
Mm-hmm.
And back spoilers.
But he's nicely exposing, these freaking time zones. It's like they are changed to align more. It's still bullshit, but they align more. They're closer to the reality. So they're making like a freaking like wizards. They cast the spells on people. And they lie about everything.
Yep.
So we lose an hour there. So everything's going to be off an hour from general.
But think about
Or
it. If it
Greenwich
is
time.
really supposed to be minus 4 hours and it shows minus 3, that means everything that they actually did with TFE was wrong anyway.
Yeah.
You're getting cooked in the books.
Yeah. Huh.
We checked it earlier, Eric. Antarctica doesn't use daylight savings. So they can't have an hour difference. There is no daylight savings in Antarctica.
I think they have those in key points, like in mid United States, they don't account for daylight savings.
Why they would have?
Well, there's two states. There's only two states that don't.
Oh yeah,
I think
Arizona.
Why
yeah,
they would have
Arizona and Minnesota?
daylight saving in Antarctica? It's 24-hour sun over there.
Yeah, I believe that when I see it.
Better with what I call UBT, Universal Bullshit Time, because all of these bases in red
That's a good
are
point.
in UTC minus 3. And so Rothera has to be as well on the globe model.
Yeah, and I mean, Union Glacier, where they were, was also UTC minus 3 for some odd reason. And it's supposed to be UTC minus 4, as you showed.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's on the same latitude right there,
Yeah.
or latitude.
That's why I say,
Since time zone.
they are very close to each other. And in reality, when you travel over there, they are as well very close to each other. So on Gleason map, they are far, far away from each other. So that's why I support everyone who says that the Gleason map is not correct. Because it's freaking not. For me, Gleason map is like a freaking globe map. A bit better, of course. But it's still just projection. Nothing to do with the reality. What we
Yeah,
live
it's
in.
just a projection. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going to show you how they tie it together in that nice little point here. It's going to get worse for him now, comparatively. With
Yeah, I've seen the video already. Yeah. I uploaded it on my channel as well.
nice.
Fan out like this on a globe, because on the flat Earth map, those bases in red are here in UTC minus 3. More interesting is that British-owned Rothera, or is that Rothschild era, was a rehab of their previously owned Adelaide station,
Yeah, I always
which
like,
they built in
I
1961.
always like his inputs, when he puts some stuff, like I make connections. It always sounds funny, That's why I like
The
to watch
Roth
that thing.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if they own it. Maybe.
I think they do, because that's the other island out there that one of your landing islands is Rothschild Island.
By the way,
And
Matt
there's Deception
Prince, I
Island
think
right around the corner.
I've seen you first
Yeah,
time
and
on this
Deception
channel.
Island. Yep.
Matt Prince, I think I've seen you first time on this channel. Probably you were before I joined the channel, but good that you are here with us.
Hey, good to meet you, bro. Hey, I think we've been on before, but
So,
anyways, if I
Probably
Here and there.
before my time, yeah.
so I've got to pop in after he gets takes the dogs back or something. Yeah, takes the dogs back. Then yeah.
Yeah, I uploaded
And up until 5
video from Soft channel. It was good rant. His last stream.
I was on there. That was a good one.
Yeah, you were there as well.
5 years later, in 1966, they still controlled the British colony of Guyana for resource exploitation, which just happens to be right there above Rothera and nowhere near Great Britain. Rothera's identical latitude twin, Australia's Mawson base, we're told is over here across the alleged Antarctic continent on the coast. It is said to be at 67.36 south and this time 62.53 east longitude and in UTC plus 5 time zone. Sure enough, there it is. Not in the water or miles in on the ice wall, but right there on the coast where it should be. Remember, that's 60, that's 75, 67.5 is right in the middle, and just happens to be pretty close to Australia. Whose other base on the list, Casey Station, just happens to be even closer, right next to it as well, said to be at 66.16 south latitude and 110.31 east longitude in the UTC plus 8 time zone. But of course, 66.16 south latitude is about 30 miles more north or out into the ocean than Mawson's 67.33 south, unless the ice wall happened to just jet out further exactly there for some reason, which it does.
That's weird.
Huh. Well, when he touted it as scientific, or not scientifically, this isn't science, by the way, but it says that the Gleason's map is scientifically correct. I think they are with longitude, latitude, and the times the sun's going to be around where these places are.
Hey, so this pooped. Pooped in. Man. How's it going, Soph?
It's going good. I'm relishing in my, what is my title now? Asshole of the week or something?
No, dirtball, dude.
Dirtball of the week. You've taken it from me, man. I was last week. Now it's your week.
I'm loving it.
Oh, Flats, I forgot. Lucky Haskins kind of did a response to your stream last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just talking about what he feels on it, sort of thing, on the situation. But it was a response to your kind of your day.
Shout out to Lucky Hastings. That guy's quite cool.
Yes. And Ryan, Matt always brings a frog with him when he comes. That's just the way it goes.
It's a bullfrog.
No, it sounds like a pig going. Like a rooting pig or something.
What are we into?
It's all.
Yeah, well, he's been showing the times for the stations, sunrises, sunsets, and all that. Again, don't match the globe because it would claim that the sun is rising in the west and setting in the east, or setting in the,
the other way around,
going back on itself, or totally having sun one day and not the other, and they literally by each other on the same latitude. It debunks the globe once again.
Yeah, the sun does some weird things in the globe model, according to their time and date.
60, 75.
But I have to say, according to the data shown and what he's showing on the Gleason's map seems more accurate based on the data. Don't you find that odd?
Yeah.
The first exploration was down at 73 degrees latitude earlier. That's as far as they got out. The exploration kind of stopped.
Speaking of Casey, I actually had a dog's name named Casey before. One of my dogs. I had a German Shepherd, and I had
a cat named Casey.
I had a little miniature dachshund
and a Staffy. Yeah. And I had an awesome.
That's interesting.
Go ahead.
67.5.
All I know is if I get a dog again, I'm naming him Jaron.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Austin.
No, that'll be my bitch.
Well, then it might have to be Duffy. Yep.
Yep. Name it. Name it.
5
Aaron.
and 66.16, right where they tell us it should be. Not bad for an allegedly debunked AE map. Even nailed the +8 UTC time zone
Wow.
again. Of course, just like Australia's Casey base, Russia's Mirny base would also have to be on some weird peninsula sticking off the ice wall, because at only 66.33 south latitude, it too should be about 30 miles short or north into the ocean from the normal ice wall coast at 67.3 to 67.5 south latitude, where Rothera and Mawson sit. We're told Mirny is at UTC +7 time zone at 66.33 south latitude and 93.0 east longitude. And would you look at that? What are the bleeping odds that Gleason...
How's that for odds? What are the odds of that, guys?
But I thought they debunked the Gleason's map.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. And it seems that the data fits with the A.E. Gleason's map and doesn't fit with the globe.
That's why they got to change
why.
the numbers, man. That's what they're doing.
So this might be how can I put this, even a bigger excrement fail for Duffy, because he's trying to disprove something that seems to be showing to be true.
Yeah, even with their own data. Yeah.
Even with their own data.
Yeah.
Have they even attempted to reply to any of these times at the stations based on the first video? I don't think so. Why would they? How will they be able to reply to this?
I don't know. They'll lie. They'll make up some kind of damn lie and look straight in your eyes and tell it. That's how they are.
Well, the best way to verify all this is to go to each one of these stations and actually verify the sunrise, sunset times and dates. Correct?
Yeah, but so we even saw. Did you know that Union Glacier is supposed to be -4 UTC, not -3? So the whole TFE times were wrong.
Ooh.
Even on Union Glacier site, then it's wrong, because the date and times and everything given show it to be -4, not -3. So they were a whole hour indifferent.
Yeah.
Oops.
Well, that's what I've been
Darn.
saying, man. I've been asking, like, why don't we have, like, people go on the opposite sides, like 180? Like, somebody go to, like, Union Glacier and somebody go to, like, 180 of what would be the opposite of that.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, that's not going to prove anything.
Nope. But yeah, it's.
But it would not. It would be nice to get the observations.
Yeah. But I mean, like we're seeing the data, it shows that they wouldn't really have the 24-hour sun as they claimed. So I think what happened is they had the sun in the sky for about 12 hours, and then the rest of the time they had to fake the sun, and then that's
Dude,
when
I
I
honestly think they went 6 months ago.
I do think too. I also think they went
Oh,
before.
yeah, absolutely.
I think they went 6 months ago and just went and filmed this crap and are trying to portray this off as like some kind of I don't know, man.
No,
I think they're shills. I think they're deceiving.
No, I agree. I totally agree.
Well, they wouldn't have to fake daylight necessarily. Just put the sun in the sky above the horizon. They have a blue sky the whole time.
It's like that thing I showed last night.
Yeah.
Walking in front of the sun.
Yeah.
Walking behind it, rather.
Behind the sun.
I lived in Kentucky before. I was outside at midnight in Kentucky before after we got like 3 feet of snow, and it looked like daylight outside. It was ridiculous. like people don't understand this. Like you go in the north, you get a crap load of snow on the ground. Everything just all of a sudden lights up.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say thank you, Vicky, for your £5 super chat. Says, please smash the likes and share the show. You rock, Vicky. Appreciate all the support. Really appreciate it. Yeah, guys, hit the likes, share the show, have some channel support. Vicky just paid for it. Come on.
You roketh, babe. You roketh.
The rocketh.
We only got 59 likes, guys. We can do better than
Thanks, Vicky. Much love, sister.
160 people watching, but only 59 likes. I know I'm not really that great at math, but something doesn't add up.
Right?
I gotta get over to that.
Now you're gonna have 60 likes.
Nailed it again.
Woo!
It would be interesting to know that
It was me. I didn't
that
click.
75% of our viewers aren't saying like. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
I just fixed my mistake. I clicked the like.
That's the first thing I do, man. First thing I do is I hit a like before I even.
Usually I do the same,
on or
every
anything.
day. But today I was just joined, it's like, oh, where is this freaking invitation? I was looking through the email, yeah, I click it later. And later I start chatting with people and I freaking forgot.
I just want to point out to Tim Osman. Like we said, if we do accept the deception as true as a 24-hour sun, it shows a local sun in a stationary plane actually debunking the globe. But what's nice about this information being presented with this data, it shows there is no such thing as a 24-hour sun. And it shows that it doesn't work with your globe, only works with a flat Earth.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to get the actual distance between the three southern continents, South America, Africa, and Australia, to measure the distance between them and get a good measurement that we can actually reference. That way we can actually use these longitude and latitudes properly.
But you won't be able to get an accurate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how you gonna get that distance?
It would be hard to do. It's going to be hard. Yeah. But that would dispel
You could sail it and get a load of a big old rope and tie knots in it.
Yeah, I could drag it behind.
Yeah. Tie the knots.
Yeah, make sure it's taut though. When you get to the other end, make sure it's really taut.
Yeah.
We can force the line across all three continents.
Tie it up one end, go right to the other. Make sure it's taut. Count the knots.
Good one, BJ.
I'm dreaming here, but it would be a nice thing to have.
I know it would. It would.
And also pretty convenient to get to from Russia, as is Russia's other base, Molodezhnaya Station, which we're told is here. And since, like Rothera and Mawson, Molodezhnaya is on that ice wall coastal sweet spot zone of 67.33 to 67.5 south latitude, itself at 67.39 south latitude and 45.5 east longitude, we'd expect not to see any obtrusion jetting out. Nailed it again.
Uh-oh.
Even when we look at things like New Zealand's Scott Base and America's McMurdo Station, literally right next to each other, we're told they're on this little bump jetting out of this inlet or bay. Suspiciously, Google Earth satelloons have great details here, but then all of this is worse graphics than the first Atari games. Why don't they have details for that?
Yeah, this is one thing I've really picked up, especially from Google Images. Antarctica is very, very stitched together bullshittery. Why, if it's satellite images, do they need to stitch different things together?
Because they're hiding stuff.
It's because it's not a continent.
No.
That's right.
Have you ever done the thing where you try to draw a square around Antarctica?
Yeah, I've tried it. It did work, but I
Yeah,
have Google.
you try to mention.
I did on Google Pro, it worked. But if you use it on the online one, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it won't work online.
Only on Google Pro.
Yeah, I don't get stuff. I've ever tried it on Google Pro. I've done it on my.
So I think it's a glitch that they
phone.
sorted out for Google Pro specifically because people probably realized it.
Huh.
Well, Google Pro.
Yeah, I always get that C shape. That C shape is what I always get.
I don't know why they would have that in there, but yeah, if they took a flat map and balled it up, yeah, they would have to stitch it.
Yeah, I just want to quickly correct Eric Gooden. Trinity does not come from the Council of Nicaea. Trinity is actually already based in Genesis. In the beginning, Elohim. There we go. There's the Trinity. Bereshit
The Holy
Elohim.
Spirit's mentioned in the
Yeah,
first book,
plural.
folks.
1 John 1. In the beginning was the Word was God, God was with the Word, and the Word was with God. The whole of the Old Testament talks about the Trinity, by the way, before the so-called Council of Nicaea. Okay, but let's carry on.
We are told they are at 77.50.5 south latitude and 166.4 and 166.45 east longitude in time zone UTC plus 13, or here. But on the Gleason map, there is no plus 13 time zone, or at least didn't used to be. They are closer to the middle of plus 11 and plus 12. But once again, the Gleason AE map has nailed it. Remember, that's 60 south latitude, that's 75 south, and there they are at exactly 77.50.5 south latitude and 166 east longitude, right next to 165, right on a little peninsula with a giant bay inlet there, just like this bullshit. And just like all of the others, New Zealand's Scott base is conveniently located right next to New Zealand, and America's McMurdo base is a straight shot from Hawaii. What a coincidence.
Weird.
If that joke of a final experiment claims it debunks the Gleason AE flat Earth map, then tell me, why is it that all of these bases perfectly fit on the flat Earth map
and don't work on the globe with times?
A little weird, isn't it? It's a little weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
In the exact locations and most perfect places for convenience? We notice immediately on the globe model that the alleged vertical longitude lines in yellow get closer together in distance from each other as they get further south towards the alleged Antarctic continent, while on the Gleason map in blue,
Joe Rogan is talking about Jera now. That's not fishy at all, is it?
Wow.
Joe Rogan's talking about fucking Jared?
No way.
That was brought up yesterday, I think. I think he mentioned it.
Oh,
what does that tell you about why Jaren's quote unquote sold out? He's getting his publicity now, guys.
Well,
He's getting into the crowd.
Enjoy your moment in the sun. They will chew you up, spit you out, and discard you.
The thing is how Hollywood and things work. They use you while you're needed, but if you're not needed anymore, then you discard it like rubbish.
Yeah,
Julie
like a freaking Icar flying too
like
close to
Stav
the
just
sun.
said, they'll chew you up, spit you out, and discard you.
You're only useful to them. Let's put it this way: you're only friends with them as long as you're useful for them.
That's right.
And if you decide that what they're telling you to do is wrong and you step out, they
Even their own, you can see what happens in Hollywood. They discard their own. Come on. If they're going to discard their own, they'll discard you. That's as far as I can say that with that, you know what I mean? But yeah. Of course, they don't give a crap.
Get wider apart from each other in distance as they get out towards the ice wall. Could this be another smoking gun and the reason why the sunrise and sunset times examined in part 1 were so wildly and impossibly off from each other, taking way too long for the sun to travel between bases allegedly so close to each other in longitude on the Google Earth software, built hodgepodge around the globe model latitude distances? Because these bases really are much farther apart from each other than they claim along the ice wall's wider latitude distances, so it really does take the sun an hour to get between them as it laps around or just inside the Tropic of Capricorn. Now we can map the rest of the bases on the Gleason map and double check that, as the sun takes 24 hours to make the lap each day, so we can divide that by the 24 1-hour sun zones on the Gleason map and see if these bases make more sense after we plot out their locations there.
Pay attention now, Duffy.
Even better, we can then take all of these bases claiming they are having 4 to 12 days more of alleged 24-hour sun than a base just 60 miles north of it in latitude and go equidistant the other way in the summer when the sun is traveling on or just south of the Tropic of Cancer and see if those places are having 4 to 12 days more of their provable 24-hour summer sun, like Lapland, than a place just 60 miles south of it in latitude, as it must on the globe model. Stay tuned for part 3.
Oh, part 3 is going to be great.
Nice.
Go
Nice.
subscribe to Spacebusters, guys.
Yeah.
Very good video.
Hey, Flash, do you have the thing Anthony brought over?
Oh, that I've got that. If you need it, what
Yeah.
you mean that article?
Yeah, Sav wants it.
Yeah.
I wanted to give it to him.
Oh yeah, I've got it. Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Very well worth it, Solve.
Brilliant,
That
brilliant.
article was literally saying the Newtonian gravity was superseded. It also says that it's not compatible with one another, and the conclusion literally shows that they don't work.
Excellent. It's a good article. So it's brilliant. There's concession in it. There's concession in it.
There's
A lot of concession.
Yeah.
There's it in the
private
chat, and it's a big thing. So it's a big reputable.
And it's only about 3 days old.
Yeah.
Sleepy
Yeah,
Warrior
we went through it Sunday morning. Wow, it's 10 o'clock now. Finished that earlier than I thought it would.
Nice. It was a good video.
Very good.
But I'm now excited about part 3.
All right. No, when you said it, I thought it was the one from a few weeks ago. So, that's good. I like that.
Stunning sunsets, huh?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched that video this morning. It was fantastic.
What'd you say, Carl? It was 13,000 for that trip? There's a thing he sent me in an email, and they say there are sunsets, but I look. I already know there is no 24-hour sun down there. I don't need to go down there and freeze my dick off.
No.
For any reason.
Yeah.
They already proved that to me. They already proved to me that there's no 24-hour sun.
Of course. They faked it.
They proved that they fucking lied to us, man. They the cards are in their hands. And
Yeah.
they
don't got no cards. They're not allowed to play no more.
They
that
don't even have cards.
at this point, from this point, anybody that still entertains those fools, I ain't got no room for them. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I got no room for them. If you ain't seen
Yeah, by the way,
Theological-
Saab and
what?
I was gonna say Saab and you guys. I watched that video where damn it, what's his name? Austin. Austin called in. Yeah, went to get it when he called into you guys' show. A few weeks ago. Man, I watched that and I was so disappointed with his behavior and the way he was acting.
Yeah.
Like I lost all respect for him.
The problem is that's the only he becomes very aggressive because he knows he's in a corner because he was caught out. So it's the
thing is, I had a lot of respect for that guy because I've met him in person before. He seemed like a really respectable dude. Just seemed like a really awesome guy. And man, when I heard the way he spoke to you guys, it really did. Yeah, it really did.
I met him too, and it's the first thing that popped into my head. I mean, just briefly, I was watching him interact with other people, and I thought this guy's really full of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest
man. I lost respect for him, man.
Yeah.
I hate that I was still giving him respect even like a couple of weeks ago, but I watched what he did, like what he said to you guys. No,
Well,
man.
guys,
Well,
Because
he did excommunicate us a few years ago.
Yeah,
so.
about a year and a half before that, yeah.
well,
Then he
yeah, and
came on.
and I probably missed that. I probably missed that too. But I mean, at the same time, like when he started talking to you guys that way, I was like, oh no, dude, I love Saab.
well, all this
We
group,
never-
guys, all this freaking group. I'm really honest. I have no more facts to give. I have no more facts to give.
That's it. See, that's where I'm at.
I feel that same way. I don't have any fucks to give, but when I look at you guys like PJ and Saab and
Yeah, but don't put people here above you, man. You're just as good as everybody else here.
Exactly.
no,
We're all equal.
and I'm not trying to put anybody above me. I'm not trying to put anybody above me.
We feel the same about you and everybody else. We're equals here.
Yeah.
Nobody's better than anybody else.
You know,
Knowledge is free, dude. It
the
should
best
be
way,
for everybody.
from my perspective, going in life is to follow yourself and God. Don't follow people. Never.
Yeah. But at the same time, like I feel like you guys are actually like friends.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like you say, you always come on
like-
mine. You always come on mine at night time. You're always welcome, Matt. You're always welcome.
Yeah, bro.
We are kind of from the.
But I feel like you guys are friends. Like I feel
Oh,
like
yeah,
I
of
could
course.
actually like open up and like say something to you if you know if anything's off subject or something. Like
Of
you know
course.
we try to typically stay on subject.
Brother from another mother.
But-
we are cut from the same cloth.
That's it. We
Yeah.
are friends. We are friends, definitely without that. We just don't want to know about all your warts and all that kind of stuff. We don't want to know about
Yeah.
all your personal stuff. I'm only joking. Now, of course.
Yeah, I got what you say. Well, yeah, we all don't know what we all walk through in life and whatnot. Yeah.
Of course. No, I'm joking, man. Yeah, no, of course we're friends. Absolutely. Without that.
And you see, guys, there's another confirmation. That's what we do. It's correct. What Marshy just wrote. I only knew what was that? I only knew of myself a few months ago on Modern Debate, but he smashed it. His style of debate is unique. Soon as I saw him debate, it was game over for Globbers. Definitely a man of wisdom and truth.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Marshy.
That's the one thing Jeranism actually did right. They got Saab to set up the debates over there.
It was a good. It was.
Yeah, I
was.
guess it
It was a
was.
good format.
Yeah.
Brilliant format.
Yeah, I mean that's how it's supposed to be. That's how I always thought debates were supposed to be run. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You should. Yes, there should be an open discussion, but where you're meant to give your main. You shouldn't have interruptions. You shouldn't
No.
have interruptions. And if people are going to interrupt, then sort of be able to mute them.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, and that's
Yeah.
the thing is, and here just recently, boy, Craig is just desperate as all hell to debate me, and I'm like, okay,
is he gonna give you the
what's going
300?
on? I'm like, wait a minute, what do you got? What's your? I don't trust you. What is your? Why are you so desperate to debate me? You know. So I told him, I says, well, you can come on my show whenever I'm live. That's fine. I said, but if I'm setting up a debate that's scheduled and all that, I says, and I've already debated you, so it's $250 debate fee. I mean, I know you're not doing it for free, so fuck you. I'm not going to help you make money. I don't make nothing off it, so you can cut me in $250. Otherwise, stick it up your ass. I don't care.
It was like that farm animal that came on your channel last night. I don't want to debate. I just want to have a discussion kind of thing. You guys are polite. Yeah, I know. Then he started getting real defensive real quick, especially with Cubby Bear. I don't know what he thought.
Yeah, that guy was fucking retarded.
Yeah, David Banner.
I hate to say it like that. I hate to say
Oh
it
no, he
like
was.
it
He
is.
was.
Yeah,
But
He's
he
a
was.
typical. He's one of these typical people. They think that they bought into it. They think that, well, I've learned everything I need to learn.
Short
That's
fuse.
everything they taught me was real. Academia rocks. Yay for school
Yeah.
and shit. And then when you find out that what they taught you was nonsense, and you start to get pissed off, you know.
Yeah, David Banner wrote that the truth is free. That's correct. That's why, for example, I have principle. You know, whatever I share on my channel, I refuse to take any money. Even if people ask me for my personal account because they want to send me money, I refuse, and I even put the note because knowledge has to be and must be for free. We can't be merchandisers and just gather the money because people want to learn something. No, that's not the way to go. It has to be free. We have to share the knowledge. We have to share the truth.
Janos, you don't want to set up a paywall where people have to pay to get your content? Come on.
No.
Oh, damn it.
I refuse.
Nah, yeah, honest.
Yeah.
Man, I respect you a lot for that.
Thank you. Cheers.
So I want to make one more comment about that barnyard guy. I asked him a simple question: just describe Newtonian mechanics for me, and he thought I was jumping down his throat like I was asking him to explain his whole worldview. He got real defensive over just one question. So it wasn't trying. I was just not grilling him hard. It was just a simple: can you explain how your model of the solar system and all that works? All he could say was, "I'm not a scientist." It's not a hard thing to comprehend how they explain how Newtonian gravity works.
I just want to point out something quickly for the guy in chat again who says the Trinity is not in the Bible. Literally Matthew 3:13. When Jesus was baptized, then Jesus came from Galilee to the Jordan to baptize by John. John tried a deity him, saying, "I need to be baptized by you, and do you come to me?" Jesus replied, "Let it be so now. It is proper for us to do this to fulfill all righteousness." Then John consented. Look what happened. As soon as Jesus was baptized, remember that's the one, Jesus, he went up out of the water, and at that moment, heaven was opened, and he saw the Spirit of God descending him like a dove. That's the Holy Spirit. And alighting on him. And the voice from heaven said, "This is my Son, who I love, with whom I am well pleased." That's the Father. So who's in this picture? Jesus getting baptized, the Holy Spirit as a dove, and God the Father speaking with an audible voice.
Exactly. All
There's
three
the
in
Trinity.
one.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Nice one. Well, what I was saying earlier, it's not hard to describe Newtonian mechanics in it. The mass is attracting the mass, and it's falling around each mass at a rate. That's all I was looking for from this guy. He didn't know he wanted to go there with it.
Just the fact that there's Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Just the fact that there's three separate names there: Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Yeah, that's pretty simple, PJ.
Mm-hmm.
But the ascribing orbits like they do, that's not.
This guy's
proclaiming anything.
This guy's literally contradicting himself. He says, God is able to speak from heaven while walking in heaven, and while walking from heaven, being the Messiah and manifesting as the dove. And then he says, God can do all these things at the same time without becoming three persons. That's literally three persons you just told us. Contradiction.
Wow. Yeah.
God can be all of these without being three persons, and you're talking about three persons. Oh,
and you see, this is the same issue we have with globies. They contradict themselves even with their own arguments. This is why the TFE is such a ridiculous notion, because they keep contradicting themselves.
Yeah. What I was saying earlier, like the only thing that they're lacking in there is the mass attracting mass thing. That's where I was trying to take them to.
I have provided maybe, I don't know, 6-7 verses from the scripture where it's clearly, you can see that there is Holy Trinity. And I have provided 6 videos as well. If you don't believe, if you can't read, watch the videos. It will be explained for you in details. And stop lying about the Trinity in the Bible.
Yeah.
Well, that whole thing about mass attracting mass is a big myth that they beat into everybody's head. And it's as valid as somebody saying, shit's made of chocolate. Yeah. It's made of chocolate. It is. It's scientifically known. Shit's made of chocolate. After all, it's brown. Shit's made of chocolate. No, it's not. That's a lie. Don't.
Well, didn't you watch The Nutty Professor?
Oh, God. It's been a long time.
Yeah. What I want to, that's why I like that article Anthony got, because it refutes that whole process of mass attracting mass. It's not valid. That's what I want to put into the mix. Is gravity a thing?
No.
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 But like I was trying to
Gravity what?
explain the stream we had Sunday morning, every time they find something wrong with their gravity, instead of just accepting, okay, guys, maybe we were wrong about this gravity thing, they do a God of the gaps argument. They fill it up with new theories, quote unquote, to make it
Yeah.
work. So instead of going back to the drawing board and say, okay, maybe we were just wrong. No. Now it's maybe we just don't understand it good enough. There's
Yeah,
another
it's
part.
a new explanation.
Yeah.
It's a new
So it's
explanation. Yeah.
it's like taking a teacup, throwing it on the ground, it gets broken, and they're putting it back together with super glue. And every time they find something wrong, the teacup falls again, and they just super glue it back together again. But the more they do it, the more pieces it breaks into. Instead of just realizing, hey, maybe we just need a new cup, they're just building the same cup over and over.
Well, that's why they had dark matter and they attribute mass to it, right?
Possibly,
Yeah.
possibly new cup and 2 new girls.
But I mean, look at the logic. They claim you need mass for gravity to happen. Now they have observed dark matter, as they call it. No mass is present, but yet there's gravity. So what does that tell you about your theory? It's wrong.
Yep.
Full stop. It's wrong. Because you've observed something with the claim of the effect, which you claimed has a cause. That cause is not there, yet it has an effect. So therefore, your claimed cause is not the cause. So maybe go back to the drawing board and start over.
Flat, it's much simpler we can explain to them, I always try to go by logic, because logic is the root of all investigation. So I think we can all agree that the words have meaning. I think that's a correct statement. So if it's called theory of whatever, it means it's theory. It's not the truth, because if it would be the truth, it wouldn't have word theory in front of it. That's as simple as that.
Well, in the process, what a theory is not quite a law. It's on its way there, but it hasn't been validated to be a law. It doesn't happen every time. You may find that something that may occur every once in a while, but it doesn't make it a law of nature. A law of nature happens every time, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So their theories don't exactly fit. And when, like, even I heard an astrophysicist try to explain dark matter one time, and they said the further they get out in the universe, supposedly, in their math, they lose a lot of the principles that dark matter actually they try to contribute to it as a gravitational force. It doesn't go far enough for it all to work properly in their system.
What is it? 100,000 to 1 or something like that, or 10,000 to 1?
I think it's
something
120.
crazy.
Yeah.
Roger, to expand on that, the laws, like laws nature, law of logic, the laws itself only come from God. From man comes the regulations, steps to follow, guidances, and legality. No laws. Don't make a mistake. Laws only come from God.
Agreed. I just want to point out John 16:7 for Eric. But truly I tell you, it is for your good that I am going away. That's Jesus. Unless I go away, the advocate, that's not Jesus, that's the Holy Spirit, will not come to you. But if I go, I will send him to you. So is Jesus sending himself to you?
Yeah, I'm going to ask myself. I'm going to ask myself to send myself. Oh.
I'm going to go away so I can send myself to you. Okay, that makes so much sense.
I got another question for you, Flats. Where is he going? He's going back to who again? He's going back to the Father. That's another one.
Yep. And it literally talks about, I sit at the right hand of my Father.
Any more, Eric? No?
Maybe you can read for him as well 1 John 2, verse
The
20.
Holy Spirit is not Jesus, Eric. You must be blind and
Yeah.
deaf.
Yeah, there is Holy Spirit, God the Son, and God the Father, the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, I came across a video.
Look,
Yeah,
in simple words, you are a
Yeah.
man, yeah? So you have a body, you have a soul, and you have a spirit. It's 3 in 1. Very simple.
Yeah. Go ahead, PJ.
Yeah, I came across a video from hold on, who was it from? Last night, and I didn't know. It's from Craig McNeil, FTFE.
Yeah.
Oh, is that? Oh, it's Craig from right, but it's from 5 years, right? So it's FTFE. It's from 5 years ago, and it's RV debate in McToon 5 years ago, and I've never seen RV debate. I didn't know he did that, so I might do that some week. Have a look at it this week sometime and have a look at that. You know?
Yeah. And I just got to point out, Eric, if you say that Jesus is the Holy Spirit, that's blasphemy, just to let you know.
Can't believe I didn't recognize the name, Craig McNeil. So that used to be the name of his channel then, Craig McNeil, FTFP.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But it was Neil McCraig.
Neil McCraig.
Greg McNeil.
So he's got
I talked
a
to
Scottish name. He's got a Scottish name, but he hasn't got a Scottish accent. But okay.
Yeah, I talked to RV last night on Eddie's. He was in the chat over there. He's still
Oh,
around.
yeah.
He's still doing.
Really?
Yeah,
How's our V doing?
they seemed all right. Didn't say anything much. They were just going over the final excrement again.
See, I've never seen him debate. I've never seen him debate, so I've got to do that one this week, man. It's 5-year-old, but it'll still apply. It'll still apply, guaranteed.
Eric, yes, it's blasphemy because you're claiming Jesus and the Holy Spirit are the same being.
They're 3 separate.
They're 3 separate. They're separate.
Three separate, but 3 in unity.
It makes it God sound schizophrenic. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going to go and ask myself to send myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll go away just to come back again in a different form. Come on.
I'm pretty sure they work in unison, though. I'm pretty sure they know what each other are up to for some reason.
Oh, of course. Well, they are God. One God. Together they make God.
Think of it like Voltron.
Yeah, Hudson has a good point as well. Best analogy of the Trinity is the family unit. Father, mother, child. 3 persons, 1 family unit.
Anybody? Go ahead.
Okay.
I was going to ask anybody check up on NASA lately.
Trinitarians. We are Trinitarians. We believe in
I'm a
Holy Trinity.
Trinitarian, definitely.
No,
I'm just not of the Catholic sect. The Catholic sect Trinitarians. I don't mind being called a Trinitarian. Rather not. I mean, I believe in the Trinity. Trinitarian's fine, as long as you don't equate me with a Catholic sect.
What is Eric's avatar supposed to be? That's what I want to know.
I'm definitely not Catholic.
No.
It looks like a zombie or something, doesn't it?
Sorry, for what?
Eric's
It is
little
a
avatar.
zombie, yeah.
It's one of the zombie versus plants, I think. Is that a game?
Almost looks like it.
Okay, Eric, listen. Just please focus. John 14:16. And I will ask the Father. Jesus speaking, yeah? I will ask the Father. So I is Christ, the Father is second, and he will give you another advocate.
We've just said that.
So yeah. But I wanna
you're elaborating.
Focus on this.
Go ahead.
To help you and be with you forever. So I, Jesus is speaking, the Father is second, advocate, which is Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost. It's 3. So here you go. Just please focus on this. Read it yourself.
In Isaiah 9:6, it's the names of God. Okay, it's Jesus' title. It doesn't say he's God the Father Almighty, okay? He's got many names. Jesus has many names. Counselor, wonderful counselor, God, God, everlasting Father, is one of his titles. Jesus is our heavenly Father, okay? But that's not God the Father. Look at the difference. Heavenly Father and God the Father is not the same thing.
Eric,
I think
And if you go
Eric
to
needs.
Revelations, Jesus even declares himself as the Almighty God.
yeah. One more for you,
I don't know. I don't
Eric.
know.
It's Acts 10:38. It shows you clearly three separate, distinct beings. God anointed Jesus of Nazareth with Holy Spirit. That's another evidence that the Jesus and Holy Spirit are not the same. Because what? Jesus was anointed with Jesus itself? That's logical fallacy. You have three again.
Yep. Can I say something to Eric? You can't serve God and mammon, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you're a very profitable day trader or not. I don't go around. If I were a profitable day trader, I wouldn't go around advertising it neither. Try a little
Guys,
humility.
What's
I
that got to do
please,
with
I
spirituality?
can't stress it enough.
I don't.
Please do not use King James
Ask him.
version, King James Bible. It was written by the Masonic king who had to bow to the Luciferian Vatican and Luciferian Pope. A lot of changes, too many changes in the King James Bible. I know you think the King James Bible is the best. It's not. It's way too many changes. Way too many lies.
I still
Way
like
too many introductions.
I still like King James, but that's why I say you should have many translations so
Yeah,
you can cross-reference.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of cross-referencing in my past. Sometimes I do it even now. Nowadays, it's big difference between the old versions, original versions, versus King James Bible, and whatever comes after King James Bible. Huge difference.
Okay.
I'm not the one
Anyway,
that brought up the day trading thing. That was Eric. He brought it up. I don't know why he thinks it makes a difference. What he is. Sorry. Go ahead, Platz.
hey Az, how's it going?
Who?
Az,
You get
Az is
somebody.
here.
Okay.
I don't
Just-
see.
No,
No,
I
you
don't. I'm
won't.
not having him on screen because I don't know him yet. So
Oh, right.
It's a new
Yeah.
setting. It's a new setting. That's why Flats can now put the
I
link.
can have them in the back to talk. Hey, Az, how's it going? Hello.
He's hot micing.
There's somebody here?
Hot mic.
Okay, he's dropped. There we go.
Okay.
No, the thing is, it's got a new setting, so I can have them in the background that doesn't show anything on here, because I'm scared if I don't know the person. Just now they try porn bomb us or
No,
something.
Hudson, you are mistaken. You're thinking about the Illuminati. Illuminati was created by Weishaupt. It was you're correct. It was after the creation, after the Masonry. I can give you example that the Masonry was even during the time Chris was on Earth and before Chris was on Earth. So you are mistaken, Hudson. I can provide you evidence if you wish.
Did you see that video yet, PJ? That I sent you that link.
Oh, what, the one for the Pharaoh in Exodus?
Yeah.
No, because I'm doing it tomorrow night. I'm doing it tomorrow
Very,
night.
very good. You're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, that's why I haven't watched it, because I want to do it tomorrow night as a stream. I've got a stream in the afternoon, but then tomorrow night I want to do that one that you sent me. Yeah,
Definitely well worth it.
yeah, I've got that set for tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, if you think they found King Tukuntop II, I mean, that's literally it shows the Exodus story was
It's
real.
real, yeah. So yeah, we'll do that tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to it.
So what you're saying, there's archaeological evidence to prove this?
A lot of archaeological evidence.
Nice.
Oh, that's gonna be killer.
Even King Tutankhamun, he even had the sores on the mummy. The mummy even had the sores from the plagues.
Nice.
Weird.
Yeah, it'll be a good,
Yeah.
interesting live, man. It'll be an interesting live.
So John 14:8. What does it say? Eric.
Luca in the house. Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, Luca?
Hello, Flatzoid.
How you doing, bro?
You've
Hi,
come to tell us
PJ.
yes, Matt.
Good to see you, man.
No, I've
Good.
changed my mind.
He's got 10,000 views on that video, ain't you, Luca? It's
Wow,
good.
brilliant.
Good, man.
Well done, Luca.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah, over 8K now.
Oh, 8,000.
That's
Sorry, I
pretty
think 10,000. Okay, 8,000.
yeah.
Very good.
Hudson,
Good job,
Freemasonry
Luca.
started in Solomon's time, Solomon's Temple. That's when Freemasonry actually started. Sorry, go ahead, Luca.
Oh, well, I just thought I'd come on and say hi.
That's good.
Oh, hi, Luca.
Yeah, since haven't spoken to Flatzoid in such a long time.
Since you called him a jackface.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, that was a while ago.
I know. We reviewed that.
Yeah,
We
you-
reviewed that video. We reviewed that video a few days ago, didn't we? Last week. It's quite funny.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, Flatzoid. No hard feelings, I hope.
He did say he was overreacting in the video. He did.
I did.
That's close enough to apology, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you just say I'm sorry?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It was saying it's a laugh. I'm sure Flatzoid wasn't really insulted.
Yeah.
Hey, good job, Luca. Good job.
hurt me
Hey,
so
man. Hey,
much,
man.
man.
But because you actually said it, man.
Yeah.
You feel better now? I know you do.
Yeah. It was, yeah. Flatzoid did something that annoyed me at the time, so I made that video. And yes, it was overreacting to what Flatzoid said to me. I don't even remember what Flatzoid said.
You know.
Oh well.
And you conceded without doubling down. Conceded about fisheye lenses, didn't you?
Yes,
yeah,
I
you
did.
didn't he?
I did.
It did bend those bars, Luca. I saw it myself. It was an easy
Yeah,
demonstration.
it did. It did.
So those high altitude footage they claim are from space are just fisheye lens, aren't they?
Well, not every footage is a fisheye lens, though, right?
You take
Like, not-
do a rectal you won't get the same results with different lenses, Luca.
You won't. That's true. You won't get the exact same result if you use a different lens.
Well, I would like to ask you, Luca, did you see the video we just showed there?
Oh no, I missed it. I came in a bit late.
Yeah.
Because we've been.
Well, what was it?
Oh,
The guy brought up a whole bunch of data showing the sun's sunrise and sunset, and how it doesn't actually have a 24-hour sun based on all the locations in Antarctica, and how it actually debunks the globe and fits perfectly with the Gleason's map.
So you're saying that the sun's actually set, but we didn't see it on the camera.
TFE lied. There's not actually.
That's because they lied, Luca. TFE was a hoax. It was a big fraud perpetrated by fraudulent people.
Yep. Provably.
It really
show
was.
it with
It
your
really
time
was,
of day.
buddy.
Provably.
So
Well,
they faked it.
I haven't seen the evidence yet, so.
Well, you should look. That's what we're saying. There's a video you can go watch the 2 or 3 of them if you want to go look at what we're talking about.
Okay.
We would-
do you want to link it?
Sure. Get them a link.
Okay. I'll see what I can.
And,
You know,
don't
Duffy's
just-
in trouble already for ripping people off and being a liar and frauding them out of their retirement savings and shit, right? You know about that, right?
Yep.
I know that there are some people like that who are scammers and ruins people's lives. Unfortunately,
Well, he's
They
one of them.
they
You want
were
to see proof? You want to see proof? Go ahead, put
They
that
were
up
doing
on the
crypto
screen right there,
scams.
Flatzoid.
Yeah, and put up.
They're doing
Uh,
crypto
pause.
scams, bro.
So I'm trying to get that link for him. Okay. Put up. Is it showing? There we go.
There it
There,
is.
look at the link is in there for you in the private chat. But yeah,
Here's-
Duffy. Oh. And it's just
William.
getting worse for Duffy. Have you guys realized?
Oh, he got a new
Oh,
one.
yeah.
See,
Yeah. It's just
this
getting
one here
worse.
on the 23rd of January.
Oh, and you.
There. It's
And look at this.
violations of federal securities laws, fraud and offer of sale of securities, fraud in connection with the purchase of sale of securities, violations of California securities law. Where is that? You get on down here. Violation of California's financial elder abuse law.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then here's another one. He's not answered for these yet. Here's rescission of breach of written contract, breach of fiduciary duty. Just being a scumbag. They're asking for $120,000. There's another
Holy
one.
crap.
Same type of shit. $360,000 what they're asking for. Here's another one. Same bullshit. $135,000.
You would think he would learn from the first time.
You know, I mean, and the most important thing on this guy's plate is,
EFE.
yeah, come on, man.
It's weird. Flat Earth
Yeah, he
is
spends all his time on
Flat Earth is what's
You would think
bothering
so.
him, but look at all that. I mean, doesn't bother him that he's probably going to go to jail. Instead, what's bothering him is people believe in the flat Earth. It's like, what?
Yeah. What the hell?
That's
is
something
that?
wrong with that.
Yeah. But I think he's trying to make this his way out, cash money wise. And I'm
agree.
pretty sure he's cut a deal with some people.
it. Does it tell where he's been lately?
Yeah.
Does it tell what plane flights he's taken?
I'll bookmark that. Yeah, I'm keeping hold of that.
Yeah, I mean, literally January, another dispute came in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, January, another dispute.
I should go check up on his whereabouts here. Where
Yeah,
is
that
Duffy
was
at?
that's this one here.
Yeah.
Let's see. This one
Gross
here.
negligence.
But look at down at the very end, negligence and gross negligence, and it's
Wow.
from December of 2019, and it just now got up there into the customer dispute thing.
So
So there may be more. Who knows?
yeah, there's a good chance it's going to be more.
As the good
Well, if
news
you-
travels.
Yeah, if you can't do the crime, you know. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
Well, let's put it this way. If you think logically, if you look at person's receipts like this, and it's a guy that literally preaches deception is a good thing, lying is a good thing,
Yeah.
and you look at everything he's been saying, everything he's been doing, why in the bloody hell would you trust the guy with anything he says?
I mean, I'm not one for stereotyping people or going off looks, but I just think by looking at him, I mean, I don't usually judge a book by its cover, but him, I do. It was just looking at him, I could tell.
You don't,
It's just
yeah,
like,
but you don't need to.
Yeah.
No, it's obvious, man. It is.
I mean, it's literally if a person trusts that guy, then you have to get yourself mentally checked.
yeah. Yeah.
He
I know
said in
we
the
shouldn't,
past he
you know,
had a number.
I know we shouldn't speak about people how they look like, but I have this feeling whenever I look at him, he looks like a demonic for me. I don't know why. It's just you can see something is not right
He
with him.
reminds you of the serpent.
Sorry, Flat, say again.
He reminds you of the serpent.
Yes,
In the garden.
definitely.
He also, in the past, he said he had a number. He said that he had a number, and
Snake?
that he would sell out like everything like for that specific number. So he did say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. He did. So, I mean, you lay down with snakes. Don't be afraid, or don't think you're not going to get bitten. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
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 That's the nature of the snake, man. It's the way it is. Good
Yep.
thing we have power over snakes.
True.
Yep. Here's that.
And discernment is one of our biggest powers, isn't it?
Man, that is our biggest power.
Yep. So, Luca, did you get all those links we put in there? Are you even at the computer anymore?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I took pictures of them. So.
Are you okay, Luca?
Yeah. Feel a bit down.
So you guys have recovered from your storm and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah.
Good. Not much damage, like we got in the Carolinas
not
over
much
here.
damage at all.
They
It
were
wasn't.
burying.
It wasn't even that bad. Not really.
Well, here we
Well,
had
not
less
for
hurricane we
us.
had on this side, Luca. They were burying people alive from the debris. They got
Yeah.
flooded out. Yeah, really bad.
Yeah. Not fuss. Not fuss. It wasn't bad fuss.
You're lucky.
On the Gold Coast and yeah, it wasn't bad in Crower. We only lost power for less than a day.
Oh, that's not bad. Last time I was in a storm like that, I was out power for like 3 months, dude.
Oh my goodness.
We were out water for the first month. We couldn't get fresh water, so we had to travel to get water from other places. It was a struggle, dude. We had to cut our way out of our neighborhoods and dig our way out.
You're a flat earther. You're a flat earther. All you did was recycle the pee you already had in your stomach and your body.
Huh? Oh my god! Is that what flat earthers got to do? I got to pee into a cup.
That's it. You just got to keep recycling it, apparently. Allegedly. Sorry, not apparently.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't get why they listed PJ and Flatzoid as having drinking their own pee on that site.
They didn't even specify. They didn't even specify what type of pee. Whether it was
Well, at least I'm
my
your
own
fluff
pee,
daddy,
whether it was
PJ.
someone else's pee, whether it was animal pee. You know?
And I'm your fluff daddy, PJ, for some weird reason.
Exactly.
So you can go right to the horse's mouth, PJ. Do you drink your own pee, sir? I'm going to go with a what? A no.
Yeah, as long as it's the horse's mouth thing, not where he wants to pee from.
Yep. They still want to argue Trinity. Good God. People. Why don't Eric come in here and tell us this stuff himself if he's got a lot to talk about?
Well, I think we're going to end the stream now anyway. I just wanted to show, yes, King James definitely was a Freemason. They're very open about it, literally on freemasons.org.
Yeah.
There you go.
I would agree with that.
They're actually very proud of it.
Yeah.
Is that something to be proud of, though? That's the question.
So, yeah, anyway, I think we're going to end the show, yeah? You guys have any shows coming up or anything you want to shout out or say?
I'm just on normal time tomorrow, 2 p.m. GMT. I'll put the links in now, and then I'll be on at night time. And with that video you shared with me, Flats, I'll do a stream on that.
I'm doing a stream at 5:30 p.m. on the 25th. That's Central Mountain Time. That's the next time I'm going to be on. And Sam, you got anything?
No, not tonight, man. I had one last night. That was good enough. I didn't sleep worth a shit last night, man. I kept waking up. Never could get fully to sleep. Next thing I know, the alarm goes off and I'm off to work. I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah. I could hear your stream through. Roger was on my stream, watching your stream, and Roger would talk to me. I'd hear your stream through Roger.
I turned you down somewhat. I saw Saab had been on in a while. I'm like, oh, Saab's on. So
yeah, I noticed when I was on Rumble. Because I seen his avatar light up red.
It wasn't even a full. It wasn't even a full cyclone when it reached us.
Got the tail end.
It's now
Right.
it's now X Cyclone Alfred.
It's like UK always gets the tail end of storms, big storms. Never get the full brunt.
Well, we
Hey,
do
thanks
things
for having
big
me,
in
Flat.
All
America.
right. Well,
Thanks for having me, Flats.
Yes, ma.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody.
Later,
yes.
Matt.
It was
I'm
great
gonna
having
head
you
off
on,
too
man.
now.
Much love, brother.
Cheers,
See
cheers.
ya.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you for letting me on Flatzoid.
It was good to hear from you, Luca. Haven't heard from you in a long time.
Yeah.
Do more cooking shows,
Bye.
dude.
Later, bro.
Later.
Cheers. So yeah, guys, thanks all for coming. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the likes and shares. Please do hit the likes if you haven't already. We got 4 to go to 100. I'm sure we can do that. Thanks for all the support on the channel. And again, Joyce, thanks for becoming a Patreon. Woohoo! Appreciate it. And you guys rock. See you all Wednesday. Remember, PJ's on tomorrow night. I'm got the day off tomorrow. So many blessings, and may the pressure be with you. Bye-bye.
brightly shine,
Bye, guys.
crafted signs of the divine. I'm made for something true. In God's plan, my path